Ikra paro Moshe v'yom luchu ivdu as Hashem rak tzolchem karchem yutzok gam tapchem yelichem ochem. So he's already relenting. Initially he said, if you're going to, it's Chag Hashem, if you're going to serve Hashem, it's not the way of children to serve. You see here he's given into this. But they should retain, they should leave over the livestock. V'yom Moshe gam atot titim b'yodeinu zvochim v'olos. V'asinu Hashem Elokeinu. The Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh has a little difficulty with this. He says you should leave your livestock. Okay? So Moshe says, no, you're also going to give Zvochim and Olos. First of all, you should say, Nachi. Let's turn down the volume. You're also give in our hands Korbanos and Olos Zvochim and Olos. V'asinu Hashem. First, you're also going to give us, leave over Yitzon, right? Tzolchem Mikarchem. You say, you're also going to give Tzonu Voker, because we need it for Zvochim Olos. He doesn't even speak. You're also given to our hands Zvochim Olos. And saying it's going straight to the objective, what its value is. Okay? But that's not so difficult. What he should have said, firstly, you want to retain what we have, we're taking that. Not only that, you're giving us. No, he says, you know something, you're giving us, and also we're taking our own. I mean, it's backwards, right? The Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh addresses this. You understand the difficulty?
I do. That brings up another problem. They're supposed to be in servitude. What do they do with all the animals, all the livestock? That means they're not slaves. How does a slave own animals?
Okay. Shouldn't bother you. Okay. It bothers you? So what have you done with it until now?
No, the way you explain it. So I'm thinking, why was it supposed to be?
It's a point that has to be answered. The answer is even the slave class had personal possessions. They allowed them. You you provide for yourself. We're not getting involved in your lives. You have, you don't have, you don't have. And we find they were even wealthy people, right?
Right.
That's not very wealthy initially.
Right.
Where did they get wealth? They're slaves. Everybody's slaves except for Shevet Levi. Where do you have wealth? But they had wealth. Even wealth at a level that they had government connections. Okay. They were slaves. It was being exactly because you see, even when the tribe they sold themselves as slaves during the famine.
Right.
What did Yosef say? You take 4/5, just give the government a fifth. The rest is yours. But they already said we're slaves. They sold themselves to the government as slaves. So the whole system of slavery in Egypt was that you had a certain degree of independence, but you have to give a percentage, right, to the government. So therefore, you could have your personal possessions.
They're very rich starting from down. They were very rich.
No, that time was owned by the people. They were owned in terms of their productivity. That belongs to the people. How we divide, that's a different story. No, which means there'll be enough for you to retain for yourself. The difference we take.
I have a different question.
1 more second. Gam b'gnei yelchi manu lo sishur parso. There's not going to be a hoof left in Egypt. Ki mimenu nikach lavos Hashem Elokeinu. Because from that we're going to take to serve our God. V'nachlo neida manavot Hashem Elokeinu shamo. And we don't know the degree of how many animals we need, therefore we have to take everything. And not only that, you're going to also contribute to the fund. So over here, the Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh, right? The order is out of order. It's included. If you're giving, it's obvious we're taking our own. He says, and also you're going to give. What's also you're going to give? Besides what we're taking, you're going to give. He's even asking stronger. If you're saying gamato titain, what's the gam? Infer. Also means that including that is our own. So what does he have to repeat afterwards? We're taking our own. It's already included. He's already said it. Voy nira lomar shechoshev yovim paro ki omer gam ato lo yirmos hakoidim al bikneim el al ataf. Here. Meaning, in addition to us taking our children, right, he says, gam tap tapchim yelichim ochim. So Moshe says, not only, so it can be understood, not only are we taking our children, you're also going to give us. Right? Kilmvachi el chatav gam tzor chulitein. Zebir advarm shal amikne. Pieces of dochit. Of course it's the dochit, because afterwards, because you could say, because if you're giving, of course we're taking our own. O tzorch das kavodas omro ki mimenu nikach. He says, we'll take our own, and from there we're going to take to serve Hashem. If he wants to inform him, we're going to serve our God with the sacrifice of the sheep. He already said, what's the value of taking the animals? They should be zvochim and olos. So what's he introducing? Anything new? It's phenomenal, right? He's we don't know the extent of the service. They don't know how heavy the burden of the avoda will be. Therefore, they need their own livestock. He wants to dismiss one point that Paro shouldn't even consider. Right, there's certain species you can bring qualify as a korban, certain species don't. You learn Zvachim, we got two Zvachim people, or kosher people, right? He's shaking his head. He agrees he's a kosher person. Okay? You have certain species that don't qualify for korbanos. He didn't get to Tmuri yet. Over there, it speaks about what qualifies, doesn't. Here? In terms of your giving, that's what qualifies to be a korban. But in terms of ourselves, even the ones that don't qualify for the korban. Even the species that don't qualify as a korban. That's all livestock. From them we're going to take. They're going to be species that right? They don't qualify. So mimenu, from them, we're going to take animals to bring us sacrifices. Yizbar al derech omram misachtes avidizoro Hashem. Chomal lo'om al meitiv hatzon l'man zvoach l'Hashem. Mara says by Shol, by meitav, d'mei meitav, by Shnot. Okay. Hine hashagam shemarakos l'man zvoach l'Hashem forish lo Talmud kleos min d'mei zvochim. But that's their own. You're going to give animals that are qualified for a korban. We're going to take everything. And from them, we'll take the animals that qualify as the korban, from our own.
To get that out of here.
Here.
Or actually gives all those things, but he just
I'm not trying to be funny here, but I'm trying to get into the mindset, so to speak, of our Chumash Rashi, so we can learn traits. Vayikra Paro, he grew up in Paro's house. What was his feelings when he went back? Did he go
Wanted to kill him.
Did he go visit his old room?
He wanted to kill him. What are you talking about? So what? First, he's coming back in how many years later?
Right.
He's coming back more than 60 years later.
He grew up there.
No nostalgia.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Kind of nostalgia.
No, I'm just saying. He would come visit his old room.
You don't understand. You're talking about Moshe Rabbeinu. You know Moshe Rabbeinu.